It begins in the eye. All the while I've lived through him. Await this quiet, cool wind to hiss against my body, salt-dried and barren. I am this child amongst men, standing open-armed at the shoreline, trudging through the thick mist and waiting for the sun-scarred sand to flake free. This is me, learning myself in retrospect, in cycles. Inside, I soak in the water that was my winter, that is my song being swallowed by the breeze. I don't know myself as a man, or a man like me, like my father. Watching the wind unravel around my body and me remembering every detail of the day he left, like I was knee-deep in river, the ground around me beginning to quake, dawn drifting deeper on the horizon. I am this silence, this wordless leviathan, striving to settle the seas, attempting to brave the warring world and internal thunderclaps. So I sank my hands into my face and hoped they revealed something reminiscent of what I've misplaced, what's been stolen of me. My father will never know who I am. 6 years since last seen, 10 inches away from my face, I was nameless. Nameplate and a familiar blank stare looking back at me. He collected my money, dumped the change in my hand, and I left. And this far weathered, where do I begin to retell this journey? At which turned rock do I retrace my step? Do I meet him with handshakes or fury, scribbled and balled up into the soft of his torso like lightning? Upon which eye wall do I press my back and imagine a time before the lines for food stamps and bankruptcy, and the 10 months this man was homeless, and falling asleep in the passenger seat of his Chrysler in the parking lot of the apartment we used to call home, and recollecting my catch-22 childhood and learning my last name as a burden. This is what the storm holds beneath its wing. In the end, I found nothing but a pocket of pragmatic conclusions and expired memories. After waking each morning to realize I am not my own son, I am not my own sound, I am not sewn into something I believe in, and learning to know him with peace. My mother tells me my 9 months in her belly were the most serene days of her life, that my birth was fast and painless. I imagine it was quiet. My father holding my infant body like a prayer in his hands, crying like a child, silent as a storm.